What's good, Ravens fans? It's your boy JG, back again with the trivia maestro, the expert. Andrew, how are you doing?
Doing well, man. Let's do it.
Let's do it. So today we are playing in common. I'm going to show you some players or some games that have something in common, and it's your job to guess it. And you guys in the comments below, let us know how you do. All right, let's get started with our first question. What do all these players have in common?
Let's see.
Gus Edwards, Jamal Lewis, Ray Rice, Mark Ingram, and Willis McGahee.
So it's obviously a rushing statistic. These
And the game has a built-in hint. This game has a built-in hint that is, the only hint that I'll give throughout this.
is it guys who is it guys who've run for 200 yards in a single game?
This single game. Now, I'll say this: Gus Edwards did it this year. Well,
Is it 3 touchdowns?
It is the players with 3 rushing touchdowns in one game.
Yeah.
One game.
Excellent. That's good.
Yep.
That's a good group of guys too.
Not for sure. So we got them warmed up. Now let's get to this next one here. What is this one here? Elvis Dumerville, Jamie Sharper, Peter Boulware, McCrary, Michael McCrary.
Whoa, Michael McCrary. These are all sack artists. Is it 15 sacks in a season?
No. So again, another single game.
Ooh, okay. That does make sense because I don't think Sharper ever had that many one. Is this 4 sack game?
A tiny bit lower.
Is it 3 sack games? You guys about
It's
this?
tiny bit higher.
Which time bit higher? So 5 sack games?
No. Tiny bit lower than 4, but tiny bit higher than 3.
3.5.
3.5. So each of these.
Oh my, half sacks, man. I can't forget about the half sack.
The half sacks, correct. I do believe that, if I remember, Elvis is the only one, I think, that had a 4, but everyone else had 3.5.
I think Elvis did it maybe against the Jaguars. It was definitely the 2014 season, but I just remember that game. I think it was the Jaguars game. He was just all over the field wrecking them.
And for the comments, these are as a Raven, right? So I'm sure there are other players who have come Ravens that might have had some good play that. But even these are only people who had more than 3 sacks in the game. So, all right, all games in common.
Yeah. All right, what do these games have in common? Okay, so we got that Thanksgiving night game against the Niners. See, 26 against the Eagles.
We'll focus, as you for this will be the focus on this Tennessee Titan. Because the press for this game was very loud once that.
This is October 2018.
Mm-hmm. Now I can go to the hint.
Yeah, this one's tough. I might need the hint on this one. Team stat.
Yep. So this is a stat that incorporates the whole team, not just the one specific player.
Is this 10 sacks in the game?
A tiny bit lower.
9.5.
Lower. This was an even number. I'm not that sneaky on this.
Is it
more sacks?
It's over 9 sacks. Yeah, it was over 9. Because I remember that we had a full 10 in that Titans. I remember that when that was the game where Marcus Mariota was just hitting the turf like every other play.
Right. And so that's the one that when if someone would have said that's the game that I remember. Like, okay, against the Titans, we had a lot of sacks. So
I didn't realize we had that many in that Niners game. That was a tough defensive battle that we ended up winning. Like what? I think it was 16-6. I think that was the first time the Harbaugh brothers played against each other. And then they do it again about 18 months later. But
yep. Oh yeah, man. Like I said, I was only. And the fact that we've done this 4 times is insane to me. It's just insane. And of course, 2006 we did it twice, which is. Oh no, I'm sorry, my data's wrong. My bad. I'll fix that. My data's wrong.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think that was 08, that game. That was
08.
Yeah.
Yep.
Against the Eagles.
All right. Ray Rice, Jermaine Lewis, Jamal Lewis. What do these players have in common?
Is this 200 all-purpose yards in a game for Reese? Gotta be touchdowns then, right? Is it like?
Nope.
No
touchdown.
Yeah, right. Because I feel like Rice and Lewis would have had a lot of touchdowns, or Rice and Jamal, but then Jermaine, he would have got him through the let's say all the returns. It's gotta be a yardage.
It is a yardage stat. Yep. So it's a career yardage stat. So now that kind of issue what you're looking for. Now you just gotta find the number here.
Oh man, trying to think of just ballpark it. How many years these guys played? How many? You average them X amount of. Let's see. If Jamal played like 54-5, he played about 6 seasons. I want to say with the Ravens, an average of maybe about 1,000 yards, give or take. Considering there's that one year he completely missed with the injury, and there's that one year he ran for 2,000. So I'm gonna say maybe like 8,000 all-purpose yards.
No, you're close. I would say go a little tiny bit higher.
8,500?
A little bit more, but
9,000.
9,000. These players, it's over 9,000 total yards as rated. It is insane. It is insane.
Yeah, no, that's so true. For people forget that Jermaine Lewis is up there in all those all-purpose yard stats, but
and again, when I go through this and I'm like, how is this possible that Jermaine Lewis was able to do that? But once you go through the stats, it's right as rain. That he was able to do that. And now for this one, it was not all for the Ravens, right? Of course, right? All encompassing. This is his entire career, which is why it's a career stat. And so 8,000 yards with the Baltimore Ravens.
Hey, are you there, man? You're frozen up for me.
Insane. Oh, my bad.
I can hear you now. You're frozen up there for a little bit.
Yep.
Am I freezing up for you? I can hear you. I can't, but you're frozen.
No. All right. And I'll edit around it.
Cool.
This who do we have here?
All right. October of 2007, Rams, and then Christmas.
49ers, this 2023.
Oh, man. I feel like this is a defensive feast because we feasted in that game.
So let me go here. The stat is defense.
Is it 5 interceptions?
Let me sure. Oh, man. Wow. You did it. 5 interception games. 5 interception game.
That's always going to be my lasting memory of Mike Mack.
All right.
Is him celebrating after we got that game sealing interception in that game.
For sure. I hope he has a good career. I believe in Seattle.
Yeah. I got high hopes for Zach Orr. High hope.
Me too. I'm excited to see what Orr can put together. All right. This is I believe the last hint we have here. What do these years have in common?
What do those years have in common? Is that like, that's interesting because like 2006 and 2023, we had absolute dominant defenses. 19, we did as well. I mean, by anybody's standards, but by Raven standards, like 06 and 23 kind of jump out the same way that 2000 does. And then 19 and 23, we had our MVP, the two most marvelous seasons of his career so far.
Yeah.
Then 06, interesting. And now it's not all home field advantage because we had that in 19 and 23, but 06 we were second to the Chargers. And it's not years we had a bye because we had a bye in 2011 as well.
Right.
It's interesting. I feel like there's stuff that almost fits.
But everything you're saying is let me give you the hint.
Yeah. Is this years we won at least 13 games?
13 win seasons, at least 13 win seasons.
Right, because we had that 12. We were 12-4 that year in 2011. That we got the bye. Yeah, 13-3 in 06, 14-2 in 2019, and then I guess 13-4 last year. So weird to me it's shifting to the 17 game. Yeah.
Yeah. So 13 win seasons. Yeah. So I was like, okay.
Yeah.
All right. I actually have a couple more. So
all right.
What do all these have in common?
Lewis, Mosley, Bullware, Suggs, away, and got together. I was thinking maybe like first round defense all pro guys, but then where's Kyle Hamilton?
Yeah.
Away.
So you're close. You've already discovered the hint, so I'm gonna drop the hint. So this is not a playing stat, but you're close.
Because these are all first round guys.
Mm-hmm. I would say, why would Kyle Hamilton not be in this group?
Is it first round linebackers?
This is first round linebackers. First round linebackers. So it's again, Just we love the linebacker position here in Baltimore. So
Very true. Very true.
all right, and I believe this one is the last one here. 2004 draft, 2010 draft, and 2012 draft.
No first round pick.
Wow, that was quick. That was quick. That was quick. Years with no draft picks in the first round. So, wow. Yeah, you're a draft expert, it seems. So that was quick.
That is, yeah, 04, like we've mentioned, 04 was traded to the Patriots during the 03 draft to move back up and pick Kyle Bowler. And 2010 and 2012, we had late first round picks that we then traded out of the round and then recoup more value. Back in 2010, I think we had 25th overall, and we traded down because Denver traded back up because they just taken Demaryius Thomas and they needed a quarterback apparently to throw to him, even though they already had Jay Cutler. So they just, no, I think they traded Cutler already, but they drafted Tebow. They traded up for Tebow. And I remember in the draft, Rich Eisen being like, Tim Tebow's on the phone and Baltimore's on the clock. And I'm like, nope, no, we are not. We traded that. Not for a second are we on the clock for that, man.
Yeah, and this was a tough draft for me personally because I remember one of probably my most vivid memory of any draft, waiting all night to get to our draft pick, and then they trade out, and I'm like, I waited all night for this, and then they traded out.
Well, that's the thing too is like we were sitting there, and like Des Bryant's like falling into our lap, right? I'm like, this is working out perfectly, and then the Patriots trade down up with the Cowboys, and they snag them. I'm like, yeah,
crazy. All right, that again, another great performance by you, sir. That is all we have for the Incoming game today. Anything you want to say to the people?
Nah, just like love the Ravens flock forever.
Yep, awesome. Thank you guys so much. That's all we gotta say. Let us know you did in the comment below. Go Ravens.
Go Ravens.